Impossible, impossible. Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Ready!
Hurts throwing right away.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger.
Straight ahead, it's Gamewell.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll try and run for it with Gamewell.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On first down, Hurts.
This is complete to Watkins on a slant.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Thank you. Okay, go back up there with Mommy. Daddy got too much stuff everywhere. Go back up there with Mommy. Daddy got to clean up some of this stuff. I got stuff everywhere.
Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
They'll run with Sanders. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gainwell will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. In motion right is Robinson. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion right is Robinson. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
In motion right is Robinson. From the 44, Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. In motion right is Robinson. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hey, report. 13.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 77 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
Just as Hill on the return, the Ravens take over the first down at their own 16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The end result, 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Yo.
In motion right is Robinson. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check smash. 18, right in. Ready.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
18.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins
from 10 yards out.
And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
In motion right is Robinson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
In motion right is Robinson. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In motion right is Robinson. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
In motion right is Robinson. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. In motion right is Robinson. Jackson will throw again. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Graham. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in 1 drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Another run here with Dobbins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
In motion right is Robinson. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts, quick slant here to Smith. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, either way, they were getting the ball back.
Yeah, and it was 4th down. Don't you have to try and take a shot anyway instead of trying to ground it? That didn't work at all.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. And this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Edwards again on second down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Up the middle, it's Edwards. Fights through and now a crease. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 10-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And this is caught by Watkins. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Hurts. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And stiff arm number 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, you don't become a two-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Again, it's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What do we call them, run fits? Everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, Edwards. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jackson now. Taken down. Back in his own 7. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the right side with Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We're scoreless after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Runs over it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Schultz. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so he's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Edwards. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll run here with Edwards, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gus Edwards taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Prescott. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Prescott yet again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Takes it at the 7. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
In motion right is Robinson. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he stopped immediately there. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Inside give to Elliott. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. The give is to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 108 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Go, man.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
On second down, Elliott once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 140 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Elliott. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Pushes him over. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.